Hello everybody, and welcome back to Oakfield Farm. Been a little while since being here again. Kind of feel like the series gets neglected more than I actually record it nowadays, but it's still around. For those of you who are wondering why you haven't seen it in a while. Yeah. Finally getting around to fertilising Field 13. I did record an episode before this where I did bits and pieces after the live stream, but I decided that I'm not going to release that episode. It was a really short episode anyway. Nothing really happened in it other than I went around this field a couple of times. And I bought this with our income. Went and bought this little Stara ST Max 180. A very nice tractor. Row crop tyres on it. And all that kind of fun stuff. Helper R is blocked by an object. Helper R shouldn't be blocked by an object because we're going in a straight line. Well, we'll deal with that in a few minutes. We'll get this done first. Finished spraying this field. It's the class Xeron that's supposed to be planting field 12 with oilseed radish. That's what's meant to be happening. But you might notice we have £1.2 million, which is a little bit of money. Just some. But, you know, if you haven't watched my live stream and you're wondering where all this money came from, well, let's just say we won't be finding gold anytime soon. Won't be looking for gold for a very long time. I definitely overdone it. Well, it's nice to see this field of sugar beets getting fertilised for the final time this year. We're in the 4th day of summer, so we're midsummer. I think there's 6 days in total in each season on this map. Can't remember, to be honest. Like I said, the series kind of gets neglected a little bit. But, in fact, you know what, I'll just turn this off. We'll find the... Oh. You made it to here. It's got to count for something, I suppose. Wow, you put that on again. Clever worker. Well, they got this far, so let's just hire them again. And back to what I was doing. Just so that that's getting done. Now, I've not done any of the prep work in Field 12. In fact, I turned off periodic ploughing because the idea of ploughing Field 12 meant that it was probably not going to see a crop. And oilseed radish is really the only thing that will germinate this late in the year anyway, so that's why I'm doing that. Never done oilseed radish, but don't even know how to harvest it or what it's for, but we'll roll with it. I'm thinking that with all this money, I'm thinking about buying that field right there, field number 14. I think that would make a nice addition to our not so little farm. I also thought about getting sheep and then immediately decided pointless. Absolutely pointless at this time of year. I would rather spend the money on the fields and things like that. Grass fields are really the only thing that's going to make us money just now. Not to mention that we also do need grass for all sorts of things. I could also plant poplars, by the way, but yeah, I'd rather not. It takes forever to plant a field with poplars. Not to mention it costs an absolute fortune. It's not really worth it. If I want wood chips, I'll just chop down a whole heap of trees, but I don't want wood chips. I get wood chips on almost every map that I play on nowadays, so I think we'll give it a miss on this farm. If we do some, it will be very few. Maybe a single trailer load of them or something like that, just to say we've done them. But beyond that, they won't be getting done. Not here anyway. Oh, this map is just stunning. I love this map. It's not my favourite map out there. I actually have a new favourite map right now. Wasn't one I expected to like as much as I do, but it's the Gamsting map. I've started a series on that. Episode 1 is available now, and Episode 2 should also be made available today, I believe. Don't hold me to that. May already be available, because I'm not sure when I'm going to render this episode. But, yeah, that is a really, really nice map. Very, very picturesque. I originally thought it was set in the Netherlands, and it's come to my attention that it may actually be set in Germany. An area of Germany. But either way, it's still like one of the most picturesque maps I think I've ever seen on Farming Simulator. It's just very scenic, shall we say. And it's nice to not have a UK based map for a change as well. I've done an American map, but most of my other maps have all been UK based. I'm actually somewhat tempted to go and visit Westbridge Hills for a bit of nostalgia, but I don't think I really have the time to put into another map. Worker N is blocked by an object. Worker N, you're just as bad as Worker R, but at least you made it around one corner. So that's got to count for something. Not very much though, you're still sacked. Terrible workers in this game. They're just rubbish. But the good thing about the row crop tires is no crop destruction. I do have crop destruction on. If I came in here with the class, for example, it would just ruin the entire crop, and that would be no fun for, well, me, to be honest. But this is sugar beets, and I do have some nice mods available to me for harvesting sugar beets when they are ready. Let's turn this off and walk over, see what kind of mess Worker N's gotten himself into. Oh, it's not like it's an expensive tractor or anything. Oh, they really messed up. And I'm making things so much better as well. I don't know why they put the four-wheel steering on. It's better off. And that's not even the right button. There we go. The tractor is actually usable with it off. It's barely usable with it on. It's just kind of like a normal tractor with it off. But undoubtedly Worker, whatever letter I get next, will be just as incompetent. So I'll go around this bottom section and turn the corner for them. Send them back up there to crash into the wall. Because that's what they're good at, crashing. But this tractor has 3.5 working hours on it, which is quite a lot. I don't know why I have my speed set so low. Maybe bring the speed up slightly. I'm not too worried about missing a little bit, because, you know, that's just something that will happen. Been a while since I've used this seeder. There we go. Hire them now. What worker do we have here? Worker M. Maybe not completely useless. And that one. Too many vehicles now, actually. Right, let's see how much this field's going to cost us. Is this going to bankrupt us in one fell swoop? 71,000. Yeah, I'll have that. Cool. Awesome sauce. 71 grand on a new field, and means nothing. I wonder if I should fertilise it. Why not? Let's just go about spraying it. See if we can increase the yield. You can see where the edge of the field is there. There we go. Turn this on. And yeah, this is not going to take us very long. 4 or 5 passes. I say that now, it's probably going to take us like the entire episode to get this done. But we started early today. I'm gonna bring the speed up because this episode is only going to be the one day, so I'll probably put the speed up to 30 for a little while. There we are. We're only at 7 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, I need to buy some new equipment too, so we're going to have to make a trip down to the shop, buy some new equipment, but yeah, that will all have to happen today. I'd like to spread it over a couple of days, but that I need to happen today. For reasons. I'd like to tell you what those reasons are, but I'm not that kind of guy. So this field is quite small compared to our other fields. Look at that field there though, that field is interesting, field number 2. Don't know if that's field 2 I'm looking at, but field 2 there, and this field here, don't know what number that field is, field 1. Field 1 and 2 may buy them grass fields. It's yeah, I don't even know if I still have a loan. That's the amusing side. Is I've got all this money and I don't know if I've even bothered to pay my loan back. Let me just check. Finances here. What is our, no, that's prices. Vehicle refinances. Loan is 100,000. Well, let's just repay all that. One less thing to worry about. There's 100 grand on other. So it's a nice way of saying 100 grand spent on being financially responsible. There's now 2 maps that I have that I don't have any loan on, which is, of course, weird, not having a loan. The fertilizer on the seeder's probably going to run out before that field is done. Probably soon. Which will obviously bring the worker great demand at... Okay, so we'll just reduce speed here. Because I remembered that I have corn. I do have some crops. I'll just show you here. On this, corn is this one. I have 13,790 litres. And Willowbrook Stores is wanting some. So I will quite happily give them that and get some of the money back. I mean, we might have more than £1 million, but that's still no cause for just spending money willy-nilly. Well, actually it is. It's the only cause for spending money willy-nilly. But yeah, we still need to make money. I'm not going to be doing any more conventional silage. Well, I might, but not on camera. I may fill a bunker off camera, but I certainly will not be doing it on camera. Because, well, simply put, I've had more than enough silage work to last me a lifetime, and I think the channel could be doing with not having any more for a little while. But speaking of my Gamsting series I mentioned earlier, I made a horrible mistake on it. I went and rented equipment, bought a field and prepared it for planting sugarcane, and it's not supported on the map, so we have that slight little financial issue going on there with that. So not sure how I'm going to work that one, but yeah, it's an issue, to say the least. We're almost done on this field. It's not square, which doesn't help, obviously, but it's okay. It's nice to see that field have some colour in it now. It'd be even better to see field 12 with colour in it as well. Of course, it will germinate immediately and should start showing signs of growing as of tomorrow. It's quite a warm day, 14 degrees. Nice bright warm day for summer. I'll just probably split this episode into 2 because of the time. It's only 8:15 in the morning, so I will probably split this day into 2, should I say. Well, I'll get them done out of the way. Make a bit of money, spend a bit of money. bring the machinery back to the farm after the live stream as well, because if you haven't watched the live stream, a lot of the machines kind of got dragged about everywhere, and we've got a lot of housekeeping to do, should I say. Maybe a good way of putting it. The farm is a mess. There's fields lying open everywhere, and yeah, there's just some odd jobs needing done. I'm also going to spend a bit of that £1 million on placeables. I'd like to have some, I was thinking possibly, oh, gone past where I was going. I was thinking possibly have some greenhouses, but I'm not doing that in this episode. I already have a small orchard, and it is just a small orchard. Worker M, you're maybe not as competent as I thought you'd be. Yeah, I can just see it in between the trees there. Exactly where you're supposed to be. Driving about with near £500,000 of farming equipment, and he decides, oh look, a hedge. That'll be fun to drive through. I would do the field myself, but it would take me too long. I don't really want to do it, to be honest. I'd rather get on with other things. I'd rather it just magically be done for me. And although I could cheat and get it done that way, but that's just not how we do things here. Now I got £1 million, it's reasonable to think that we could hire some people to work for us. You think with £1 million we'd hire competent people, but you know, you win some and you lose some. That is this field done. Just turn it off. The other good thing about row crop tires is grass isn't destroyed by driving over it. We've purchased a new field today. Nice grassy paddock. I'll just leave the tractor there and leave it running as well, while we head up and shout abuse at the worker for crashing again. What's the betting they've put on that? Yeah, they have. They've got the weird steering thing going on as well. What is the deal with them and doing that? No wonder they keep crashing. In fact, he wasn't even blocked by an object. He just thought he was. Right, there you go. Carry on. And we'll just run down to the farm with our Stara. It's a nice little tractor, this one. It's from the Platinum expansion. I always get a frame rate drop coming into the farm. I have no idea why it does that. But every single time there is a slight frame rate drop. Not going to bother to refill the fertilizer sprayer just now. I'll do it if I ever need it again. Leave that there. We don't need this tractor either, so we'll park it in our... Actually, I'm not going to park it in here because this shed is actually going to be used very soon. I'll park it in our other machinery shed. I'll use this shed here to park the tractors in. So in that case I'll close the door and open up the other roller. I need to turn the lights off in this root crop shed and close the doors. It will be getting used, this shed, just not for a little while yet. And like I said, everything's kind of everywhere. Nothing's where it should be. I mean, I've got a gate open here and a gate open there. So it's just one of those things. This needs cleaned again. I'm not even attached to that. There we go. I just fill that up. I don't expect them to need much. Or maybe they do. Well, they took all of it. How are the animals doing anyway? Or the cows even? Their health is getting there. They're okay. Cleanliness is at 70%. Next animal in 26 hours, so there'll be a new animal on the farm very soon. I need to remember I have just a random pile of straw lying there. Just for no real reason whatsoever, it's just there. So we've got this mixing wagon that needs to go away. Preferably without crashing it. A little update on my equipment. I've recently ordered a steering wheel, pedal setup and joystick. Pardon me. I do apologise about coughing into the microphone there. Yeah, I've recently ordered one of them. It will arrive in the coming week. Helper P has stopped unexpectedly, unknown reason. Why did you stop? And why are you facing this way? I'm assuming they got confused. We'll just turn them around and get them back to it. Yeah, the four-wheel steer with an implement on the back just doesn't work. Not worried what the hired workers say, it just doesn't. Where was I? Oops. Where was I? Not that, not that. There we go. Yeah, we need our little tipper here. Not sure if the Fen even has the power to pull this trailer. It is a huge trailer. Should probably put some kind of front weight on it, but I'd rather not. Now, we're looking for corn. It says start filling, but start filling with what? Ah, right. Never used the silos in this game. Yeah, it's not going to be a full load, but we'll need to take it down to town, by the looks of it. Directly behind us. Always nice. Past that lovely roundabout. Yeah, 13,790 litres of corn. 24%. I do apologise about that. Pressed the wrong button. Made the screen go black. I'll probably edit it out. We'll just head down to the shop and, well, I say shop, we'll head down to the sell point with this. This tractor badly needs a wash, but again, look, muddy footprints. We all know how I'm a fan of the muddy footprints. The tractor is struggling slightly with this trailer, but that's to be expected, to be honest. Wonder what the growth state of Field 15 is nowadays. Let's just have a little look. It looks like it's just been cut. Where is the map? There it is. Field 15 here. What is Worker M doing? They're doing some weird things. They're about to get stopped. We want to turn it on so we see grass. It's ready to harvest. It's not the healthiest looking, but yeah. No, we've got field 8, 9, and 8, 9, and 10, 14, and 15. So 8 to 15. 8, 9, 10. Where's field 11? I need field 11. 10, 12. Yeah, where is actually field? Where is field 11? How odd. It's usually... There it is. All the way up there. Really? What kind of crop's in that? It's cultivated. So, okay. Fair enough. Back to what I was doing. Yeah, this trailer is way too big. Works for silage, but just seems a bit unreasonable for what's in it. You know, quarter full. Less than a quarter full, actually. It's making this tractor's a bit unstable with it as well, so hopefully we don't have a repeat of the roundabout incident. If we do, that certainly will not make it onto camera. I'll just neglect to mention it ever existed. The LOD is very short just now. I don't know why that is. We would definitely have to have a look at the settings on that one. I thought the settings were set okay, but apparently not. Well, apparently our hired worker is still doing okay. Farm Life Pony still pops up every now and again on glance. Oh yeah, that's right, we also own Field 22. Very pointless field. That little field there. It works for storage. And there's the pig farm. Pigs is something that I have gone against the idea of. I don't like having pigs, if I'm being honest. They're not a lot of work, but they are messy. And the constant cleaning and things like that that's required for them is just irritating, to be honest. Okay, so where am I taking this? Have I come the wrong way, or is it up here? I'll try up here first. I'm gonna say it's not here. Or maybe it is. Willowbank Stores. Is that the one that has the sale? Willowbrook Stores. It is. So it looks like in here is where it'll be tipped. I'd expect. Oops. Let me just unload here and make a bit of money. I wonder how much we'll get for this. Probably not an awful lot. Yeah, 25,000, that's not terrible. This trailer is ridiculously big. Very useful, but ridiculously big. I'm actually going to leave it down here for a little while. I will come back and get it, probably off camera, but it may be replaced off camera too. Can I get it a bit further back before I hit that cliff? There's starting to climb right there. So if I leave that there, hopefully no one pinches it. I need to nip into the farm shop here and purchase some baling equipment. Now I'm thinking one of these wouldn't be terrible. We'll go for the... saying that, this baler, is it? These balers I know work perfectly fine. This one specifically works perfectly fine and is really cheap. These are big balers, so these do square bales. So if I was going to do square, in fact I am going to do square bales, but I think I'll go for the JCB one, because why not? Yeah, that works. Single axle mod pack. we're still sitting with more than £1 million. So it's the single axle big baler mod pack. I'll just turn the beacons on, given that we're going down the road with a bit of equipment rather than just a trailer. Now the reason for this is because we're going to bale grass. I think I'm going to end the episode here actually. This seems like a nice spot to take a screenshot. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it, and if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as it does help us out a lot, and it helps build those numbers up, which is always a good thing. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you again